And they're the same weight, strangely enough. They're both about 700 pounds dry, 720 wet. So that would make it about 1,000 pounds. You do the math, about 1,000 pounds with my fat ass on it. So, this intake is a huge improvement over what's on the Heritage. Just because it's cool air, it's not pulling hot air off the motor. The Heritage has the old retro style round air cleaner on it, but the opening in it is on the back, sucking hot air directly off the motor. So that very well could be the power difference in these two bikes, is cold air intake versus hot air intake. Very well could be. This thing pulls like a freight train. I love it. Also, additional savings was going with the billiard gray, which I love this color. I would have actually paid to have this cover over black. But right now, this is the stock color, so you got to pay for the black over the gray. So it worked out for me. How's it going, eh? Beautiful day. It's really windy. I'm riding with the wind right now. I was against the wind on the way, the other way. What else? So we got the fairing, we got the cold air intake, we got inverted sport forks on here, and we got dual front brakes on the ST and a single disc on the Heritage. So I prefer mid controls to the forward control and I like the sideboards, and that actually gets me where I can put my feet where mid controls are, and I gotta stretch my leg out to shift it. Sucks. I don't like it. I much prefer mid control. Downside of the cold air intake, if I want front pegs on here, I'm gonna have to put something different on there, because look at that. Bad clearance. I'm gonna wreck doing this stupid video. Yeah, there's a guy over there who's like, oh fuck, he's gonna swerve into my lane. Yeah. So what's more dangerous? Me riding a motorcycle? Am I more dangerous to the traffic? Or is it... Could be I'm the danger. I'm just saying. No, okay, mirrors. Let's go over mirrors. That's a nice shot of my shoulder there in that Harley Davidson mirror, which is always too low. Well, not always. Another plus to the Heritage is it has short ape hangers on it, and it gets that mirror up over your shoulder to where you got full vision. On the ST, the handlebars are about 2 inches too low, 2 inches too far forward, which, yeah, makes you lean forward a little bit. It's sporty. It's sporty. Yeah, it's probably more of a sport. Yeah, not quite as comfortable. I'd like to be right about there. Then my mirror would be over my shoulder. But yeah. So on my dream motorcycle, it would be the ST with the Heritage handlebars. That would be fucking cool. Because I think they're perfect. You know, the ergonomics of the Heritage handlebars are perfect. They twist back a little more too, where I like that better than this straight out style here. I'd rather have my hands at a little bit of an angle, kind of like the old, what do they call them? I don't know. I want to say ram's horn, but they're not. Ram's horn is a Chevy exhaust. Man, no, he did not look well. I don't have a passenger seat, so I can't give him a ride. He looked rough, didn't he? So we're rolling 71. We're speed limit 70. I think I'm past. Yeah. other law enforcement officer was sitting next to McCool before, so he's gone. Lots of industry out here. We got your ethanol plant over there. We got a anhydrous plant right next to town, so the wind is wrong and the Chinese drop a bomb on that, that'll take out Geneva. Lowriders, yep. Yeah, that's another thing I went over previously. I like to wave like this. Is that disrespectful? Just because I don't want to put my hand out here in the airstream, have the wind blowing on it like that. And it's quicker. So, hey, how's it going? Because I'm usually, my processor's slow, and I might not see there's a motorcycle coming until it's right there, and I'm right there. I'm down here. Oh, I missed it. You know, it's too late. Too late to be polite. So what we got? We got the dual disc, we got the cold air intake, we got the fancy retro fairing, we got the gauge up here instead of on the tank, so you don't have to look down, which is really nice. I actually prefer the Lowrider S with the gauge right here. I mean, that's just, you're looking right at, all you gotta do is shift your eyes. You're looking right at the gauge. I like that. I imagine they went with this, you know, because of this air duct maybe. Wouldn't block the non-buffeting air system going on here. Yep. I like minimal. I'm a minimalist, so I like this little gauge here. Yep. I got my stock baffles cut out, and I put lollipops in there to help retain the torque, you know, to give it some back pressure to help retain the torque and not lean the bike out quite so much, because I didn't tune it, but I did, yeah, added something to replace the back pressure of the baffle. So she's nice and loud. On the 2024, the catalytic converters do not come out with the baffles. They are in front of the baffles. And I so far have left the catalytic converters in here. I suppose you'd have to beat them out of there, which is, if you watch the video on that, looks like a nightmare. And this thing sounded just like it had open pipes on it with the catalytic converters in there before I put the lollipops on. So I'm not, you know, other people that have done research on these bikes say that there's no restriction involved to having the catalytic converters in there, and I believe it. Only thing is you're getting, it doesn't really affect this bike much. I mean, I'm not getting a lot of heat off of that, but I have had bikes where, like the 2-in-1s where they got a catalytic converter, a lot of heat comes up on your leg off of those. These are just behind your leg, and I really don't get any heat off them. I'll probably leave them. So the lollipop was an old school invention to kind of keep some back pressure in your open pipes so that you're not losing all your torque. DK Customs has a